Hi everybody and welcome back to TribeMaga 2024. Make sure you like this video down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. So it is a month and that means we have to do a Senate prediction for the 2024 Senate elections. There's a lot of focus on the presidential election, but down ballot counts because let's say Trump wins the election. At that point, if he has a Democrat Senate and a Democrat House, he's not going to be able to really enact his agenda, which is going to cause him some problems. But the good news is for Republicans, the Senate is super easy. Democrats have to defend plenty of seats in swing states that Donald Trump is leading, and also in really not a lot of vulnerable Republican incumbents to the where they're in for a lot of trouble now. That doesn't mean. So I want to say, guys, I'm very sorry about the tabs here. I now have this three of Wikipedia apps, and also Wikipedia here, X, and also this one too, right next to it. I know. So continue on here. Republicans are. So it doesn't mean the Republicans are guaranteed to sweep every single competitive race, and I'm sure that they will fall short. But still, Donald Trump has never won a state, and then had a Republican Senate candidate lose in either 2016 or 2020. And while that streak very may well come to an end, to his coattails will help Republicans uh, about out a lot and plenty of states, and will cause Democrats to have to spend a lot of money defending on a lot of key races. So, without further ado, I think we fill out these safe Republican states here, so, and then we'll work our way down. We'll do the safe Democrat states, then likely states, the lean states, and then the tilt states. The most competitive states, but those are states where Republicans are going to win by more than 10 points. We have Wyoming, and we have Utah. Oh wait, forgot. Wyoming, Utah. We have Utah, North Dakota, above Nebraska. They're going to be interesting to watch. Missouri, Holly will hold Mississippi, Tennessee, Indiana. You'll get Senator Jim Banks, and West Virginia Joe Manchin's retiring. I think it would be safe red. If was retiring, which is particularly why he is retiring, or needed retiring. So out of the gate, 48 safe for the Republicans. Democrats, on the other hand, Democrats on the other hand, we're going to fill out out their states. You'll have California, and Washington, Delaware. There we go. Sorry, New Jersey. Um, so which again, Menendez is not running. If he runs as an independent, it could be interesting, but still, for right now, safe Dem, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Vermont. And then you have the state of New York as well. We can add that to the column. Uh, and actually, Minnesota, because I think Klobuchar should win by a narrow margin than her 30 points ridiculous size and victory in 2018. But you know, she'll probably win by more than 10 until further notice. Then you have the state of Hawaii. So Democrats out of the gate, 39. That's not really good high for they have to run the entire table to maintain the Senate. Pretty much now we move on to the likely Republican states. We have Florida. Florida. Rick Scott is not necessarily losing. He has a tendency of barely winning elections. That's going to end this time around the Florida Dems are in shambles. They're hoping that this point of this abortion referendum and weed is going to save them, but weed was on the ballot. In 2016, and Trump won, and Republicans won, and I think abortion referendums. Democrats, or I guess you say the left, has been winning on them, but at the end of the day, this is not an election that's just about. I think you're going to have ticket splitters. People will vote for Trump at the top of the ticket. You name it. If they happen to be one of those more socially moderate on abortion, Trump voters, which they do exist in Florida to uh, a certain degree, but still it requires 60% for it to pass. So it may not pass then. Texas. Ted Cruz, I think he's going to be fine. Already extremely overrated. Not even an overperformer for the most part in his House races. And he is a much weaker candidate than Beto O'Rourke. And there was in 2018. Of course, Beto went through his transformation, his transition. Some may call it, and he just started being an open far left individual by calling Allred. He's got a lot of quotes on guns and fossil fuels. That are basically going to render him DOA. Pretty much, and Dems will waste money, but Ted Cruz is still going to win by around 5 points. If not, even if he underruns, Donald Trump is so that's it for the likely Republican states. Now we go to the likely Democrat states. We have a second. We have Maine. which Angus King will probably hold on. He may win by a safe margin. There's just so much we don't know. And Maryland, Larry Hogan is leading it, all the polls. But so is John Tester and Sherrod Brown. And uh, we're going to get to them in a minute. It doesn't mean that Larry Hogan's going to win polarization. Democrats turning out Hogan probably breaks 40, depending on who his opponent. As he could get it within 10, but at the end of the day, I still think it very well could be safe. But for right now, just because of the polling data, we'll put Maryland likely. It's not like we're following the polls blindly, or we we would have that as a flip. And we also have the state of New Mexico. As well, New Mexico as well. We can put that in the likely Democrat column. So Republicans with 50, Democrats with 42. Can go on to the more competitive states, and the first contested flip on the map will be um, how's it going? Will be the state of Ohio. Bernie and Moreno um, outperformed expectations vastly in the primary, the final polls, and had him losing. He went out there, Trump on the ballot. He won with a majority of the vote. He did best in the counties where Sherrod Brown has used to, stay in office. Sherrod Brown is overrated. He won in 2006 for an obvious reason in 2012. And he outperformed Obama by 3 points. But he underhand and the percentage count, but you had a right-leaning third party taking away votes from Josh Mandel. Of all people, he's not somebody that is really all that electorally much a juggernaut. He won, and he barely won. He underperformed expectations. Um, I guess a candidate who basically was not running a campaign and at all, and Jan Bernacchi and the RNC and the NRSC just gave up on that race and let Democrats have it if you ran a stronger candidate than Bernacchi. Uh, you probably could have flipped that seat, but I think Marino, uh, being online with Trump on the ballot, winning the state by close to 10, if not by more than I think that Ohio is going to go Republican. At the Senate level, at the same thing, and the same thing with Montana as well. John Tester is somebody who is the this 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 sorry Disengage. I'm sorry, skip that. Sorry, I can't pronounce it. Fraud in the U.S. Senate. Now, Republicans are going to be throwing a lot of money behind Tim Shee in order to oust him. Tester is probably in a stronger position than Brown, arguably enough because of the fact that he has a tendency to outperform by more, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He's never been on the he's never been on the ballot with Donald Trump, and while he does likely uh, end up getting some ticket split voters, is not is not going to be enough. I guess Chad, Tim Shee, and the state of Montana. So Republicans have 52. So Senate seats as well. Dave McCormick. This guy is a rhino. How's it going? Sorry. There you go. So this guy is Dave McCormick. This guy's a rhino, and that we know Bush administration official, been socially liberal. He's he's basically the second coming of Dr. Oz. About the positive qualities of Dr. Oz now, it is true. Trump's on the ballot. Bob Casey's not going to win by a ridiculous amount. But McCormick is the underdog. The underdog. And I kind of afraid that you're going to throw a lot of money at this guy. This guy said that he likes outsourcing or outsourcing is good. And he's running in Pennsylvania of all places that's a death warrant. It's going to be really hard for him to climb out of the abyss. And when that election, and then you have the state of Virginia. I believe that Hung Cowell will will probably lose by less than 5. He's a strong candidate, but Virginia is Virginia. I think Trump falls short in the state by like 7 to 8 points. And I think that you will see Hung Cowell probably fall short by 3 to 4. So that's it for the lean states. We now have to do the tilt states. Which states will go in which column? You have the states of Michigan, where Trump is up in the polls by 3 points, and by 3.5 points if he wins the state of Michigan by 3.5 points. Republicans do likely win the Senate seat. It's an open seat. Mike Rogers, you know, Alyssa Slotkin. And does she have a lot of crossover appeal? She's a fake moderate. She might gain some crossovers, but Rogers probably also gain some in the Grand Rapids area. as well. If you want to be completely honest, might outrun Trump in Oakland County. If he Even if he underperforms him and the rest of the state, but still I think that Michigan is a race, and that we just don't know enough about. It's possible that it could flip as of right now. I have it as tilt D. Um, Obviously, I could obviously see Mike Rogers winning. We have a long way to go, and then we have the state of Wisconsin, which Republicans are actually running a phenomenal candidate, and that everybody loves, whether people are from the MAGA wing, or maybe not so MAGA wing. The party. Everybody loves Eric Hovde because uh, he's just genuinely a likable guy, and the attacks that they throw at him are the most ridiculous attacks ever. They call him a carpetbagger, a carpetbagger, because he worked a little bit in California, but he's from Wisconsin. He's running good. He's running a good campaign in my opinion, and he's just a genuinely likable guy who fits Wisconsin well, and I think he would win by a sizable amount if his opponent was not Tammy Baldwin, but because you do have a lot of those voters, and the driftless area down ballot. Democrats do a little bit better than, even though Trump is likely to going to do well and possibly outperform his 2020 margins and that part of the state. But still, you look at it and it's just like, yeah, maybe Hovde could outrun Trump and the Milwaukee suburbs. I think he would, but would it be enough? It just depends. He's out against a lot, and if he manages to make it close race, and Trump wins the state by a point or two, yeah, Hovde can easily go out there and win. I just say is tilt them. 55%, or right that. Uh, Tammy Baldwin hangs on, but he's running a good campaign. So you never, if he's able, if he's able to, if he's able to raise his profile more, I think he's got a very good shot at victory. Then we go to the state of Arizona, and this is a state that Donald Trump is up in the polls by 5 percentage points. I don't think he wins it by 5. I think he wins it by maybe 1 to 2. I have it as tilt red at the Senate race. Cinemas out of the picture. There's debate. Does this help Lake? Does it not help Lake? As of right now, Lake is the underdog. Can she win? Absolutely. I think she very well could, and I don't think you're going to see a lot of ticket splitting because, but we'll have to see if she's able to go out and they're and emasculate Ruben Gallego, who is not a very masculine man. There's a very good chance that she will win over support. And she's running a campaign this time. That still is at its core to its message. Popular Trump campaign, but she's trying to mend fences with the Trump with the establishment. But still, she's down in a lot of polls right now. I say she is the underdog. Can she win? I think she does. I think she could. She does well with Hispanic voters. But you know, Ruben Gallego, he is Hispanic himself. He is from Maricopa County. He's far left, but he's going to try to run a campaign that's like, oh, I'm a moderate. When he's not when he's really not, but he has a lot of money. But Lake is also fundraising. This is a tough one for me. But as of right now, I say Lake as the slight underdog. But that is a subject to change. I think that's a pure toss up, a toss up of all toss ups. And so is Nevada. But I think, because you will see Trump win, and because Jackie Rosen is in a coven that has very low name recognition, and funding will matter less down ballot in a presidential year. I think Republicans will flip that seat, Senate seat, if it's with Jeff Gunter, or or it's with Sam Brown. I think that either one of those candidates could go out there and win, and that would put Republicans at, at 53 Senate seats, with Democrats at 47. So this is to change. I think any of those 4 seats could go either way. At the end of the day, Republicans have a ceiling of 56. I think they have a floor of 52 right now. We'll give them 53, but we'll see what happens. Comment down below what you what you would change. I'm open to hearing what you guys have to say about this map. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Like this video down below, and subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another video. I will see you guys in the next one. Trump MAGA 2024 out.